What is English? Is English just a subject that we learn in school because we must? Or is it something that tells us where people come from? Or is it something that tells us more about different societies and different cultures? Historically, the subject has been influenced by behavioral and cognitive thinkers. There is a significant difference between the traditional way and the modern way of teaching English and its culture. Tradition tells us that English is a product and tends to focus on things you can learn through observing and learning facts and statistics, whereas the modern way will invoke a more dynamical way of approaching culture and the values of people today, as well as the people who lived before and the way societies worked then. This could be more of a process because more elements than facts and statistics are involved. With that comes a way of thinking about things that enriches our societies, such as cultural diversities. As teachers of English, we are meant to give students the tools to learn. One program that teaches this is CLIL, which is Content and Language Integrated Learning. The idea is to teach students English in collaboration with other subjects, as well as modifying the learning process according to the ability and knowledge that students possess. Focus will also be put on the content of the subject, as well as the language itself. And when speaking of learning autonomy, we are focusing on teaching the students how to take responsibility for themselves and for their learning. One way of including the teaching approaches from before, such as cognitive and behavioral approaches, as well as the progressive and ideological ways of today, and multiculturality and society, would be to let students discuss these cultural and societal differences between Sweden and the English-speaking countries. This exercise could also include reading and writing. For example, researching and writing an essay or reading a book by a native speaker of English. In this way, students could meet English in all forms. Another type of exercise could be done by having the students listen to music from different genres and from different countries, such as reggae and rap and soul and pop. After that, the students could write down their own words that they may not know before, or look them up, or discuss amongst themselves what they liked and what they did not like, and also what they know about, for example, reggae and where it comes from. Alternatively, a teacher could also have had a quiz prepared after the listening of music or a radio program. During my observation, I learned yet another way to have the students work with culture and society within the English subject. The assignment in question was for the students to watch a series of short documentaries dealing with different native English-speaking countries, such as Jamaica, Ireland, and South Africa. After watching these, the students had picked a country of interest to write a report about. This report is meant to include living conditions, language, and traditions. Within the documentaries was also information about accents, which were also to be included in the report. The purpose of this assignment is like my own, or similar to my own, thought of learning and its approach, because the students will get to see, listen, write, and read using English. It also correlates to the CLIL criteria and the body of science that has gone into various immersion programs. This way of working does not confine a student to only reading or writing, or to strictly study English grammar. It will, or English only as a subject. It will also include social science, religion, and history as well, subsequently falling in line with the steering documents of English that tells us levnadsvillkor, attityder, värderingar och traditioner samt sociala, politiska och kulturella förhållanden i olika sammanhang och delar av världen där engelska används. Engelska språkets utbredning och ställning i världen. This is what LGY11 tells us. So these are words I would like to work with and for as a teacher.